logo design can be a right pain in the arse. And I don't mean for me, I mean for my clients. Quite often when I'm speaking to clients and we're maybe at the early stages of the logo design process, they start to understand how much involvement is required from them in the early days of that process. Because I need to get as much feedback from them in terms of their business, their likes, their dislikes, so that I can form an image in my mind of the path that I need to be taking to make sure that I produce the right thing for them. Had a meeting today with a friend of mine, Jamie, and I'm doing a rebrand for him. And when we started the project, it was pretty much clear cut what Jamie was looking for. A simple word mark at this point in the business. And so I started on the word mark stuff, and I met with Jamie today for our first meeting since then, and I had some concept artwork to show him. Now the interesting thing here is that we went through the concept work and I could tell it really wasn't what he was looking for, even though in my mind I'd gone down the route that Jamie was looking for in terms of a logo design. But we got chatting, and through the use of these concepts, which really weren't kind of where he wanted it to be, we started looking at other angles, we discussed things, and by the end of that meeting today, we were on a totally different path, and the style and looks of the new brand that Jamie wanted were different to what we discussed at the very first meeting. And that's often the case. And Jamie said himself that he hadn't, he was really busy with his own business, and he maybe hadn't put in the time that I'd kind of asked him to do at the start to give me examples of his likes and dislikes. And they were, he did send through some stuff, but it wasn't a lot. So it wasn't a lot to go on. But having a chat today with essentially not having a white piece of paper, a blank piece of paper, but something, it let him see what he didn't want, and kind of made his brain start thinking about, oh, maybe I'm needing this, maybe this is what I'm looking for. And we'd look at some websites, and we looked at a cafe that he'd been to in Copenhagen that he loved, and he liked some of the stuff that they'd done, and it started to I could see the enthusiasm that started to come out from that. So we started talking about that, and maybe we want to do something which is in line with that type of look rather than what we discussed before. And that's that's the thing. If you really think about what it is you want and what your influences are at the start of the logo design journey, you'll be more excited about it and you'll be more invested in it. If at the start of the journey you treat it as just another task on your day-to-day to-do list, you're not going to be excited about the rebranding. You're not going to be excited about what's going to arrive at the end. You're just going to be treating it as just a business thing, an everyday business thing. And it isn't. Rebranding and logo design for your business should really excite you. It should be something you look forward to doing in conjunction with me. So it's something that kind of surprises me, even though I do say at the start, when I meet with clients, there will be, you need to put some effort into this. You need to, give me feedback, and I get a lot of nodding and a lot of, oh this is, I must do this. This is a big part of my business plan for this year. Need to get this done, so I'll put the effort in. And it doesn't really happen too often. I do need to push and cajole a little bit, and that's, I'm starting to learn that maybe at the start, not to put too much effort and time into the early concepts, because it can change. The initial brief can change once the client sees something which has been drawn or is on screen. They can then kind of make a decision, yeah, that's right, or maybe I've kind of put you up the wrong path with this. Let's have another chat about it and see if we're on the right track. So I learned something, this afternoon from meeting with Jamie, which helps me in terms of developing my processes and making sure that I'm getting across the right information to the client at the beginning so that they're on board and we're both on the same track with everything. So it's been interesting, and I'm sure it'll happen again. I'm sure, I'll do more logos, and I might not, things will change at that second meeting, but I'm now prepared for it. So I'll go into it knowing that things can change, and I won't get so invested in the first concepts. I tend to get heavily invested in the concepts that I come up with clients. So when they're kind of batted to the side, or no, that's not really what I'm looking for, you have to grow a thick skin and go, okay, that's fine, I love that, but if it's not for you, let's see where we can go. So I know that we're now on the right track with Jamie's rebrand, and it's what he's looking for now is totally different to what I was doing before, but it'll be more interesting for me to work on. Word marks are great, you can have some really complicated word marks and some simple ones. What Jamie said he wanted initially was quite a simple one, whereas now we're kind of going for something which is a bit more designed, and so it'll be more interesting for me to work on. So I think I've just really, I think I say so a lot when I'm doing these ums as well. I'm noticing that from the vlogs. I'm trying to cut them out. I'm trying to let my brain catch up with my mouth when I'm speaking so that I'm not umming and ahhing, but hey, it's all practice. So I've had a great day today. It's been really good. Good to move a project forward. It's always great when projects are moving forward, and I'm looking forward to now moving into sort of the next stage of the branding work for Jamie, and putting together some concepts that he really does want to see, and we can hopefully get this moving quickly and get all of his branding done, and I can show you guys when it's finished. So that's me for today. That's kind of what I've been up to and how I've felt about things, and I will see you guys again tomorrow. So until then, stay creative, folks, and I'll see you then. Bye.